Southwestern Kansas, time to show you some love. Today, we're going to be talking about Ford County, named after Colonel James Hobart Ford. Also home to Dodge City. James Hobart Ford is going to be, again, interesting guy. Ford is he was born in Ohio. I think his grandfather on one side, on his mother's side of the family, was a former ambassador to Brazil, I think is what it said. And he is later going to grow up mostly in Ohio, but at some point he's going to move to Colorado. While in Colorado, he is going to volunteer and be called into service to fight against Confederates who invaded New Mexico. A part of the Civil War we don't really talk a lot about is the fighting that takes place in the southwestern United States. There are some battles that take place, and I'm not as familiar with them as I am as a lot of the battles that took place in here, because this is where the major fighting happened. But there was a lot of fighting that occurred in this region here. Hobart is going to actually serve in Fort Union, which is right about in here, kind of on that part of New Mexico. While there, he serves with distinction, and after they're able to repel the Confederates from New Mexico, he is reassigned to the border of Kansas and Missouri. His main job while serving as the border is to protect the border from bushwhackers. He does a pretty good job of it, too. He is going to be present in Price's raids as well. He is going to be one of the main commanders for the Union side during the Battle of Westport, and he's going to take part in the battles of Mine Creek, where they pursue Price's army and pretty much push him out of Kansas and end the South's ability to try to take over Missouri and their western campaigns, as it were. He is going to be named a brevet general for his service directly from Abraham Lincoln, and then he is going to be in charge of coming up with new ways to protect specifically the southwestern portion of the state on the Santa Fe Trail. To do that, he believes they need to, it is believed by the military, by the army, that they need to put in a new fort. So he chooses his place near the Arkansas River, names it after Colonel Dodge, and that's where Fort Dodge and later Dodge City comes from. So he's responsible for the placement of those. Ford is unfortunately going to pass away at a relatively young age. He dies in 1867 at only the age of 37 years old. Ford County is named after him in 1873, even though it was organized and named after him in 1867. So, James Hobart Ford, namesake of Ford County, and the guy who pretty much founds Fort Dodge and Dodge City. And quick public service announcement. For those of you who don't know, tomorrow is August 2nd, which means it is primary day here in the state of Kansas. If you are registered to vote, please go find your polling location. There are several websites, Kansas Secretary of State site, votesmart.org, all have locations for how to find that. If you're registered to vote, go vote in your primary. It's a very important day. Do your civic duty. Have a great day, guys. I'll see y'all later.